Hi, it's Starno at NuWave Recipes. Today, I'm going to be air frying chicken breasts in the NuWave Bravo toaster oven and air fryer. And we'll see how it does air frying chicken breasts right now. So for this cook, I've got 3 boneless, skinless chicken breast halves. And for seasonings, I'm going to be using good old Bay seasoning and some lemon pepper seasoning. Do want to point out nothing in this video is sponsored, just things I like to use myself. And so I'm going to basically season up the chicken with the seasonings. I've also got my iGrill 2 here, and I'm going to be using the meat probe. I'm only going to use it in this middle one. The middle one seems like the biggest of the 3 to me, and it's going to be in the middle. With most cookers, things in the middle take the longest to cook anyway, so it's the biggest one. It's going to be in the middle. Those outer 2, yeah, they'll probably get overcooked a little bit, but I'm fine with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get things seasoned up. So things are all seasoned up. I put them on the raised rack that goes into the bake pan, and I'll probably flip these halfway through since that pan kind of limits how much air can get up under them for the air frying. We got our meat probe in there now. Got that in there real good. So I'm going to open the cooker up. I've got the rack on the lowest, rack level 1. I've just found, generally speaking, that I just like cooking things in this cooker on rack level 1. Even though they give different guidance for different things, I've found, personally, that I like rack level 1 for pretty much everything. So that's just how I do. So let's see if I can get this wire kind of out the way a little bit. Get the cooker turned on, and I'm going to hit menu. It's already on air fry. For temperature, I'm going to up the temperature to an even 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And for time, it may only need 30 minutes, but we've got no preheat. So let's give it 35 minutes, and we'll see how it does with that. Going to go ahead and hit start. Keep track of temp. Maybe when things are about maybe 110 or so, I'll just pause things and, ooh, looks like I accidentally hit 36 minutes. So I think when I hit the start button, I accidentally maybe turned it a little bit to 36, but we want 35 minutes. But like I was saying, get about 110, maybe 120. I'll pause things and go ahead in there and flip the chicken breast over. And I thought I had hit start earlier, but things didn't start. So I'm gonna hit start again here with you on the camera. So now the cook has actually started, and we'll go ahead and just let things cook for a while. I'll bring you back when it's time to flip things over. So 21 minutes have passed. The meat temperature is 123. Going to hit pause right there and going to get on in. We might need more than 35 minutes, I'm not sure, but we'll see. This is how things look so far. It looks pretty nice. So not too much trouble coming up off of the rack here. Got a little piece that's kind of stuck, but we'll just leave that be. No grill marks. I wasn't expecting grill marks, but there you go. No grill marks. Just turn this like that and get things back on in. It's nice that the cooker does have a pause feature, means to get in there and do any work that you want to do. Hit start again. We'll see if things can finish in the next 14 minutes or if I need to add more time. But I'll bring you back in a little bit. So the 35 minutes is about to run out. So I'm going to add another 10 minutes to the clock here. So I'm able to just easily spin and easily add 10 minutes just like that. We've got another 10 degrees to go for that big one in the middle to get up to temp. And we will see if it gets there in the next 10 minutes or not. But whatever happens, I'll bring you back in a little bit. Alright, so things have been going for 42 minutes, And we've reached our target temp of 165. You who are used to this channel know that I know very well about carryover, and I really don't care about it. I don't use it. I cook the temp, and that's the way I do things, but you stop things when you're comfortable. We do have this one on the side that was smaller. It's fully cooked. You see the top's looks a little drier on the top there. That one, that's one of the smaller ones, but pretty well cooked overall. Getting that little piece there. And so the big one, you see the big one got a reasonable cook. You see the bottom of it and the top of it there. So gonna let these hang out for about 5 minutes. I'll bring you back, we'll do some cutting, plating, and taste testing. So the meat's had 5 minutes to rest. I'm going to go ahead and just cut into the big one so we can see how it looks inside. There you go, that's how it looks. I'll cut through one of the smaller ones just so you can get a look at it. And there you go, that's a smaller one. So let's go ahead and we'll cut a piece of this big one for a taste test. I'll set that right there, and we'll cut into the smaller one, the thinner one, like right there. And we'll set that right there for a taste test. So let's go ahead and do a taste test with these. So thank God for some chicken breast. And this is the big one. So we're going to take a taste test from the big one first. That one is juicy. That one turned out real nice. Let's see how the smaller one turned out. I didn't care to track each one. Of course I could have, and then pull them individually, but I only wanted to track one. So let's taste the smaller one. Alright, the smaller one, it's juicy as well. It's, I guess, such a marginal amount, not as juicy as the bigger one. You can just tell the bigger one's just a little teeny tiny more juicy than the little one. Overall, they both turned out great. I don't mind either one. They both turned out good. They both have some juiciness in both of them. And so it's all good with both of them, in my opinion, just tracking one. But if you care to, keep track of all three, you can use a meat probe and track all three. And if you're wondering about things like the type of temperature probe that I use to track temperature, this cooker doesn't have any type of built-in temperature probe in it. You can check in the video description, and there's a link to my shop where you can check the temperature gauge section. I think it's like temperature probes or something, I forget what I called it. But there's a section there for the different temperature probes, and you can pick out the iGrill 2, which is the one that I use if that's what you want to use as your preference. And so basically in the video description also you can find a link to a printable version of the recipe. You can find a link to things like getting my cookbook, also things like supporting the channel through memberships or merch or donations and such, whatever you like to do. And so with all of that said, if you did like the video, please do give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.